In this e-learning, we're going to show you how to use the boarding group option for the boarding list in WISE option. Let's open the boarding module and try to understand here the situation. For that, I'm going to resort the list, which by default comes on the horse name. I'm going to resort by their rate description. And turns out that we are not only a reproduction facility, but also a training facility, where the reproduction boarding I want to charge after month. However, the training rates, I want to try to charge them in advance before the month starts. So with previous versions, it was not possible to have that situation. First thing we need to do is to be under the administrator password, because we're going to need to set up the tools and options for that feature to work. And under the boarding tab, I'm going to say, okay, I want to use the boarding list with the board groups options activated. Click OK, saves. And back to the boarding module, you notice that we now have a new column which refers to the group that horse belongs to. Initially, all horses will be under the group number 0, and you can have as many groups, different groups you want. In my case, this example I mentioned, I just need 2 different groups. So I'm going to set the training horse into the group, board group change. I'm going to change that one to group number 1. And also I'm going to change my second horse here to group number 1. Okay, now I have basically 2 groups of horses in my boarding module. I'm doing this first kind of arrangement in my list using tools and option just for you to get started. However, once you have the board group option activated, next time you check a horse in, as soon as you check the horse in, WISE option is going to ask you in which group that particular entry should belong to. Well, next, I'm going to my billing module, assuming that I already did my go back point. And here, again, you don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it only for you to visualize the difference on the groups. And the first run I'm going to charge, I am going to charge my reproduction rates until the end of December, because I charge them after month. So here we go. I'm going to charge this. Yes, I did that. And I'm charging those, just for you to visualize, all the reproduction, group 0, until the end of December. New period starts on January 1st. That's correct. That's the date for my procedures to be entered in WISE option. Double checking confirmation. And which group will receive that charge entry now. And I'm going to say, okay, I want to work with my group number 0. Group 0 sets, that correct, double confirmation. Among my 13 horses in the list, 11 have been successfully charged. Now I have all the horses correctly charged. I go for my second run on the boarding charge. And my focus on the second run here is going to be for the training, which I charge in advance. Therefore, I'm going to charge the entire month of January. In this case, the last day is January 31st, 2009. That's the last day of the boarding I want to charge. The new period start on February 1st. Is that correct? Yes. The day, because I'm billing for December but charging in advance, I would like to have this charge entered as of. This is the date for the procedure to be in the horse, although I'm charging the month in advance. More details you can find in other boarding lessons related on the e-learning chapter. So I want the procedure to be on 12/31. Confirmation for that procedure date. But now I'm going to work with group number 1. And as soon as I click OK, a confirmation, I say yes. And only 2 horses among the 13 in the list. And you can see that all my reproduction rates have been charged until the end of December, starting a new period in January, whereas the training horses that have advanced charges are by the end of January, starting a new period in February. So, as simple as that, you have two separate rates or two separate charges. Also, you could follow the same concept to different. We have heard about farms that charge stallions every 6 months, and you can have as many groups as you want. You can have charges every other week. Use your imagination, create your own boarding groups, and use the charge accordingly to your needs. So today you learned about the boarding group in the boarding module for WISE option.